Hello, this is Mark with the Marc Lopez Law Firm. We are excited to help you. I made this super short video just to give you some guidelines and some knowledge and try to make things as easy as possible. First thing, there are two phone numbers I need you to save in your phone. The first is 317-632-3642. The second is 317-953-5102. Both numbers will be in the description of the video. Both numbers are very important. 317-632-3642, that is the firm's phone number. If you call that number, it will come to us. We will always call out from that number. So if we're calling you, it's going to say 317-632-3642. Save that phone number so that your phone rings when we call. The second phone number, 317-953-5102, that is a texting number. You can send us a text. You can also call that number and it comes to us. That's a really good number to save, but we can never call out from that number, but you can call. So send us text to the 317-953-5102. You can call that one as well, but both numbers need to be saved in your phone. So very important. The second big thing, check your email at least once a week. If you don't use email, well, you should. And this would be a great time to get on the email train. Lots of important things require email addresses, and we send communication that way, check-ins and whatnot. If you truly do not have an email, that's going to be an issue. Call and speak to my paralegal, Miss York, and we'll give you some options how to get around that. But email is so very important. Check it at least once a week. The next big thing is you must always know your next court date. If there's ever a situation where you're like, I don't know my court date, call us. Knowing your court date is so very important. We're going to send you reminders. The courts often send reminders. Literally, you need to know your next court date. If something happens and you miss court, well, the judge has the option of putting a person in jail until the case is over. Nobody wants that. You must always know your next court date. Number 4, please be on time. If a hearing is set at 9 o'clock, please be in the courtroom at 8:30. If a hearing's at 1:30, be in the courtroom at 1 o'clock. You don't got to be earlier than that unless your attorney tells you to be earlier than that, but please be a half hour early. I've been a prosecutor. Court staff will see people coming in late, and I've seen judges hold that against people. Sometimes things happen, and you're going to be late. We understand that. Text us, email us. Probably don't call us because we're probably going to court as well. Text or email, hey, I'm on my way. But please try to be early. It's so important. And if you have an oddball time, court at 3 o'clock, court at 2:15, court at 10, just be in the courtroom 1/2 hour earlier. It's a good rule of thumb for anything in this process. At this law firm, we use phone conferences to set up times to talk with the paralegals and attorneys. Now, if you call, you'll likely reach one of our legal assistants. It's possible the paralegal assigned to your case will be able to answer a quick question or two. But to talk with the attorneys, absent an emergency or something else going on, set up a phone conference. The phone conferences allow us to prepare for the meeting, to review the facts, review the discovery. Phone conferences are so important. So use the links. You received an email when you first hired this law firm with phone conference links for the paralegal and the attorney. Use those links. And then on those links, you select a time and date of your choosing, and then you must call in at the time and date that you choose. The reason you must call in at the time and date you choose, believe it or not, people set phone conferences up and then they call the office or we reach out to them and they don't need to have the phone conference anymore. And people won't cancel the phone conference, they just won't call in. So what happens is I've told my attorneys and myself and my paralegals and staff, if someone does not call in for the phone conference, we are to assume their question has been answered and just to work through that phone conference. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of things to do. If you have a phone conference, call at the time and date you choose. Best number to call, 317-632-3642 or 317-953-5102. Let's talk about text and email. Texts are great for a short question. Hey, what time is court? Hey, I'm running late. Hey, please check your email. I sent you an email. Texts are great for rapid fire communication. Emails are better for longer questions, and so the best practice for a phone conference is to email the attorney questions, concerns ahead of that phone conference so we can review what is going on in the mind of our client. Text and email, they work interchangeably, but texts are better for short things. Emails are better for long. In fact, we don't have a normal texting program. The texting we use for this law firm is a business texting platform. And so if you send a really long text, it jumbles it up. First part will be up here, so don't do that. Just send an email for longer questions. And remember, texts are great for shorter, rapid-fire things. Now, this law firm will do our absolute best to respond to texts and emails within one full business day. Usually it's a lot quicker than that, but give us that grace. So if you send us a text or an email at 5:30 p.m. on a Friday, give us until at least 5:30 p.m. on that Monday to respond to you. Usually it's a lot quicker than that. If you send us a text on Monday at 5:30 p.m., give us until Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. One business day. We really do appreciate that. And the next big thing is be nice to my staff. We work them incredibly hard, and I've been told I can be a little bit of a challenge to work with. So be nice to the paralegals, legal assistants. Be nice to everybody, right? But be super nice to paralegals, legal assistants. They're doing their absolute best. They work really hard. Feel free to reach out about 5 days before a court date just to confirm the court is still on. Court dates get changed all the time. I know that can be frustrating, but sometimes courts will call us. Hey, is your case really going to go this day? Anything crazy happening? Would you mind getting it continued? Or we'll have conflicts. Who knows? There's so many reasons why a court date may get continued. So if you have court, reach out about 5 days ahead of time and say, hey, is court still on? You can call, you can text, you can email. Probably for a court date, maybe just send a text a little bit faster, a little bit turnaround on that. But don't be shy. Reach out about 5 days before a court date to determine if it's still on. The next big thing, office hours for the law firm are 9 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. If you call outside of those hours, the law firm's after hours team will help you, but all they're going to do is take your question and they're going to text it to the attorney and paralegal team. So save a step. Instead of calling outside those hours, send a text. And that's going to be faster and more efficient than calling outside those hours because all that person is going to do is text the team. So outside of normal hours, 9 to 5:30, send a text. That's the quickest way to do it. The last thing I want to talk about is, I know being charged with a crime is incredibly stressful. If you are having a legitimate freak out, if you're having anxiety, just reach out to us. Just send a text, send an email. I'm having a hard time with this. Can you please reach out to me? And someone from this team will. I'd rather get those texts on Saturday or Sunday than opposed to Monday. Mondays are the craziest day of my life. Days are just crazy. It's like Garfield the cat, right? But if you are having a problem, reach out. And the easiest way to do that is to call, text, say, hey, I'm having a real bad time. Could someone just please reach out to me? And inevitably, when you send an SOS signal like that, you'll probably have multiple people from the law firm reaching out to you. Don't abuse that. But if you're having a problem, reach out to us, and we are here for you. I hope you enjoyed this short video. Save those phone numbers. That's the most important thing. If you have any questions, give us a call, 317-632-3642. Remember to always plead the fifth.